Dora. I'm too lazy to finish this intro. Let's just get on with this. You're Sebastian's daughter. He conjured you up by mistake when reading ancient spell books. But he didn't care. He genuinely loved you. Even though he never expected to have a child, he did. Oh, side note guys, this taking place before Sebastian agreed to be Ciel's butler. He taught you everything you know, even your chess skills, catering, how to do everything. One day, he was at the park. He was 13 at the time, same age as Ciel. As you were relaxing, your friend had to go and leave. He was playing chess with them. They got up and said they had to leave, but you can obviously they was having a temper because he won again, 5 times in a row, to be exact. Ciel noticed this and came over to you since he had went to the park and now he's bored. Hello, he said. Oh, hello. He quickly realized who he was. Oh, hello, Mr. Phantomhive, he said. Glad to see someone remembers my name. He chuckled. Who wouldn't? Most of the people here doesn't remember. That must be sad, he said. Yeah, it kinda is, he replied. So what are you doing here all by your lonesome? Well, I was playing chess with a friend, and they had an attitude to laugh because I kept on winning. I can say I'm kind of a champion. A champion, you say? Well, I'm here to let you know I'm the champion of chess. Oh, really? Is that a challenge, Mr. Phantomhive? He said, giving him a cocky smirk. Oh, yes, it is, he said. All right, then. Winner is a champion. But only for this game, he said. All right, I agree to your terms. He sat down and started playing with you. After a couple minutes, you won the first round. You weren't lying when you said you was pretty good at this. Yeah, my dad taught me everything I know. Another round, he said. I'm still anticipated to win. Alright, if you say so. You and him kept playing. Wow, this time he won. Well, I never thought about that strategy before. Maybe I'll have to ask my dad about it later. But it was amazing, he said, giving him a smile. Thanks. Who is your dad, actually? You know your dad was Ciel's Phantomhive butler, so you couldn't just say Sebastian. I can't really say that, he said. Let's keep on playing. One more round before you go. Alright. Ciel was getting now suspicious. The clock ticked as you and him kept playing. Finally, dinner time came, and you won the last round. Whew, I'm the champion, you said. Well played. Are you coming back tomorrow? You said. Here? You up for another round? With the champion, you said, giving him a boastful smirk. For now, you're the champion, he said. Oh, really? How about this? Instead of playing the match in the park, why don't you come over to my mansion? And during my free time, when I finish all my work, you can play chess and figure out who's the real champion. Alright, it's a done deal. The end of that day, he was sitting and pondering about it. After Sebastian found out he would be Ciel's butler and couldn't spend a lot of time with you anymore, he told you about the situation and sent you off to look for someone else to live. Luckily, there was a super nice rich family who also owned a toy company, and they took you in. Of course, they didn't tell them about your demon power, so when they asked about your eye color, since your eyes were yellow and that was a really unusual thing to have, you said it was a kind of disorder that you had when you was younger and you don't know exactly what it is. And I just bought it. Like your dad, he was also a demon. Because he was also technically made from a spell book. Sooner or later, you were sent to Ciel's Phantomhive mansion for a meeting. When you got there, Ciel was waiting in another room for you. He sat down in his office and waited for him to come. Hello, he said, not finishing a sentence. Surprised to see me, you said? What are you doing here? I own a toy company too, and they wanted to make a deal with you. That's all, he said, giving him a smile. Oh, okay. He was kind of disappointed that you just didn't come to see him. But I'll be happy to play chess with you if you're free after this meeting. Alright. You and him start discussing. It's going to give him 10% of interest to post your toys in his store, but he convinced you to go with 25 since he's a world-known company. So 25, he said, stretching out his hand. It's a deal. Okay, just sign here. He stretched out a piece of paper and you signed. Good. You know what signing papers and shaking hands remind me of? What? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Forget it. Okay. You kept hanging out with him, even when business meetings weren't required. You go over to his house and just play chess. When your parents ask where you're going, sometimes you would lie and say you was going to the park or you're just gonna go hang out with some friends. They technically didn't care what you did as long as you wouldn't hurt anybody and no one was hurting you. Ciel started to grow feelings for you, and Sebastian noticed this. A trait that Sebastian would never admit to was he was kind of protective of you. When he was younger, he would not let anyone get in a 5-foot radius of you. And when someone even tried to touch you, he would just give them a look like, if you touch them and hurt them in any way, I will freaking rip your head off. Which kind of scared a lot of people off. And the one person who didn't get the look, well, let's just say he was never heard from again. So Sebastian realized Ciel had feelings for his daughter. But he didn't want to hurt Ciel since he technically is his butler and he made a promise not to hurt him. And that was a part of the contract. And he had no intention of breaking it. He was in the kitchen closing up some bottles and stocking them until he arrived. He started knocking at the door. You had a specific knock, so Sebastian knew it was you and not someone else. He opened the door and looked around, making sure no one was there, and he hugged you real tight. Hey, sweetheart, he said in a low tone of voice, so no one would hear him. Happy to see me, he said. Always happy to see you. He gave you a hopeful smile and let you inside. You were still amazed by the architecture of the house. It was absolutely stunning. Listener, there's something I need to tell you. Can you follow me to my office? And Sebastian, can you drop off some tea? Yes, my lord, he said as he hurried off into the kitchen. You and Ciel went to his office. Listener, I know we've been friends for a long time, and I feel like you're hiding something from me. Me hide something from you? No, you're one of my best friends, he said. Listener, you're lying to me. Huh? Listen, I know you for only a couple of 5 months from now. And your eyes are doing the thing when you lie. They start darting around. Come on, why are you hiding from me? You know you can tell me anything, right? Yes, I can, but I just can't tell you this. Why not? Is someone threatening you? You shook your head. It's just complicated. I can't even say it. I just can't, he said. If that's the only reason why you called me here, I should get going. Wait. We can still play the game of chess. He sighed. I don't feel like playing chess anymore. You walked out. Ciel punched himself in the... Ciel felt like he just took a punch to the gut. Ready to go, Ciel. You fucked it up this time. As Sebastian walked in with the tea, he looked around and he was nowhere to be seen. If I may ask, Ciel, where did the mistress go? She went back home. She wasn't feeling well. But a look on Ciel's face, Sebastian knew he was lying. Alright, if you say so. Is it okay if I go on a little break? Only 10 minutes, that's all. Sure. I have paperwork to do anyways, and I have no use for you right now. Thank you. He left the room. He appeared to you in the park. What's wrong, sweetheart? He said, sitting down next to you. Ciel was getting suspicious of me not telling him a certain thing, and I don't want to tell him that you're my dad. One, I'm afraid it's going to ruin our friendship. Two, it's just going to be so weird. I think you should tell him the truth. He was super upset when he left. But he wasn't upset with you. He was upset with himself. He felt like he fucked up the meeting. He thinks that? Sometimes I could be so oblivious, you said. Hey, don't say that about yourself, alright? You didn't know. No, there's still a chance to make things right with him. And I'll give you full permission to tell him when you're ready. I'm not going to force you. You pull him to a tight hug. Thanks, Dad. He sighed. Anything for you. The next day, you came over back to his house. To the mansion, I mean. Sorry, guys. Hello, listener. Ciel opened the door this time. You pushed him aside. Why are you... Listen, I need to talk to you in private right now. Okay. Yunhim went into the garden. So no one of the staff or even the gardener can hear you, since the garden was out at the time. Getting plant food and all of that. Now, what is it you want to talk to me about? It was the other day. I want to apologize, you said. Oh, there's no need to. You just want to keep your secrets, and I'm fine with that. I know, but still, I should have run out on you like that. That was very rude of me. And I'm ready to tell you a secret I've been hiding. Alright, just take your time. I'm Sebastian. Sebastian? Sebastian's what? He said, now getting concerned. If he said Sebastian's wife, he'll be furious. But as Sebastian, not you. Daughter. He let out a sigh of relief. Whew, he didn't say girlfriend or wife, because that would be just hella weird. Then he just took a moment to process what he just said. Daughter, he blurted out. Oh no, it's crazy. I should go. No, wait. I'm not mad at you for being his daughter. I know it's kind of weird, actually. Not to be rude, but how did he even make you? Well, he accidentally made me from a book of spells he read. And he read the spell incorrectly, and it made me. That's not a way of being born. No offense, he said, quickly realizing the look on your face. It's okay, none taken. Well, I thought I was going to say something differently. Huh? Like what? Don't worry about it, he said. Come on, let's go back inside for some tea. Alright. From that day on, you and him always hanged out and have tea until he eventually confessed. And you accepted his feelings. The end.